Hello, this is Lena from Lena's Crafty Corner. I'm a bit behind time. I'm still going to do the Roxy's weekly challenge, but I'm on week 9, so I've got right behind myself. I've got 2 to do to catch up now before Monday, and we're on Friday. So I'm going to be doing the collage one today with all the book pages. So I've got all my book pages ready. I've got all my bits and pieces at the side of me here. I don't know whether I need to bring that across so I don't stretch so much over you. I've got the timer, so we'll set it going and get going. There we are. I'll put that near me. Right, so I've got some papers here. I'll pull them across just so I can see them better, so I can see what I'm dealing with. Let's have a look. This one, it's a double page and it is split down the middle, so I am going to put something there. I'm not going to be actually joining these two, but I'll be joining the other two to them, so we'll have a bit of this for a start. So I've just got lots of bits of papers in front of me. I do love collage, and I was looking, actually I've got loads of collage masterboards, but not on book pages particularly. On packaging I do a lot of mine on, you know, like the paper packaging, and I've got quite a lot of those. Right, so I'm just going to put that down that middle for a start. I love how you can just, you know, change the way something looks by doing it, because, you know, obviously when you cut it into little bits, a lot of these are things that I've photocopied and the colours run on them, or like this one, it's run a lot because I'd photocopied some lace doily, and then when I coffee dyed it, it was a bit of a mess. So let's move down just so I can get into, I think, oh, has that stopped my, no it hasn't. I'm just going to move that out of the way so I don't knock it again. I'm just making sure you can see, and I had those papers in the way. So I'll put this piece up here. Don't really matter that I'm gluing straight on here. I do press hard. Does anybody else find that with the glue stick, that you press really hard? And I don't think there's any need to. It's just the way I do it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Probably think I'm getting more on because, and of course you get too much on. Yes, I like that. I want some of this on here as well. Let's have a piece of this. This is shorthand. I love shorthand. Where do I want that? Let's have a look. Don't mind the straight edge at the top, but I am just gonna tear it like this because I don't want that piece on there. Get that bit off. And I'm going to put this down here, and then I can start filling in. This is how I do mine. I'm all over the place, and then I go back in and fill in. And if I get any bits that go over, I just cut them off. I've got a little funny bit there, so I'll cut that off. Right, let's have a look what else I've got here next to me. Oh, I have some of this. So I'll have a piece of this first. So I'm going to put that down there, and then I don't want all that, so I'll just take a bit off and use that bit to fill in if I want to fill in with a piece. So I'll have this on here. That's quite a big piece. You can hear a funny noise, it's Oscar. he's not very happy with me actually, because I've just been clearing my floor and hoovering and moving some bits around so I could get in better, get my chair under better. And as soon as I've gone out, he's come in and thought I'd hoovered it for him so that he could get in there and get comfy. But then I couldn't get my feet under the table, and you know, I find myself moving things so that he's comfy, and I'm left at one side with my legs in a funny position because I can't get them under. Anyway, I decided I couldn't do a video like that, so I moved him on, and he keeps grunting to tell me he's here, but he's not happy because I've moved him away. So he's laid where he normally lays, actually. So there's no reason why he shouldn't lay there, but he just thought that space was going to be for him. Right, so let's have a look what else I've got here. Oh, I've got some of these bits. These are just bits of prints that didn't print properly. So I'm just going to use some of these. What's the best way to do this? I suppose if I tear it with my tear ruler, it would be easier. And then it's off then, isn't it? I can use it now. Oh, I'm sticking to the... Let's just move that while I get this off. I could have had these ready really, but I just pulled them all out. As you can see, I'm not the best at using a tear ruler. I can't grip, so I'm not very good at using a tear ruler when the paper's a bit thicker. Because this is like 120 GSM, this paper here, and it's just a bit thicker than using copier paper. Which copier paper would have been fine, but I've just got whatever I've got, whatever thickness it is. If it wants using up, I'm using it. I'll leave my tear ruler there so I can get on. What do I want to do there? I think I'm going to have a piece of this. Let's have a look. Have a piece of this across, don't that across there. Oh, no, I'm going to put it there. I mean, if you do get glue on the bits that you don't want glue on, it does dry out, and then you can just rub it off. That's what I tend to do anyway, but it is a bit sticky when you first do it. It'd be sticky if it was on me, if it was on my, what's it, I have actually got a piece here that I could use, but I've put it somewhere and it's here. I've got a piece of this stuff, this Teflon-y stuff that I have some stuck to a board, but I also have a free bit as well there, so I'll put that on there. And then these look so different when they're all done down. They just look really lovely. I'm just going to fill a bit of this. Oh, that's got some writing on. So this has just got a bit of stamping on this. So I could put a bit of that in there. No, it's not big enough for that piece, so I'll just take that off and put that in there, and then I can cut these edges off. Yeah, so it's just some paper that I've used to test a stamp out, and you know, I've just picked up some loose bit of paint or something with it. Actually, I just want that edge off. I don't want all that white edge showing. Let's have a look. Right, I should have some bits in my little pot here to just fill in with. So I've got a piece to fill in there. This is very brittle paper, so I'm just going to put that on that edge. And I'm going to do this rather than the actual piece because it'll just break off. It is just so fine. So I'll do it that way. And then just put that to there. Make sure I get that down well. Yep. And then I had a piece of this that I'm just going to put in there because I've got a spare edge. So let's have a look. I'm just going to put that piece in there. Just put some little bits in if there's a bit still exposed. I've just not quite got all that. There we go. Sorry, I'm going to just move this to this side just so I'm not putting my arm straight across you when I've got that on there. I just saw some of this that I really liked, but it's a funny shape. I don't quite know what's happened with this, so I'm just cutting it down a bit. And what I'm just going to do with this, I'm going to join another piece of paper on. I'll put that over there. And I'm going to join another one on here. Is that doubled again? Yeah. Put those there. Put those there. And then what I'm just going to do here, I'm just going to join these here before I finish this piece off. Can you see where I'm actually... I'm getting everything in my way again. I'm going to move that. Don't know where to move that so I'm not stretching across all the time for it. It was in my way. It's because this gets quite big, obviously. Let's have a look at that there. That's my biggest problem, it's having space. So I'm just going to put a bit of this down. So just make sure I get to that edge a bit. And then make sure I get this level if I can. Stick it down there. See? I always do that the wrong way. I've also got some news to share with you. In one of my previous videos I shared the news that my daughter is having her first baby, and we've now found out the gender, so we're absolutely over the moon and excited. We've already got a little boy, we're going to have a little girl. So different both my kids. My son's got a boy and my daughter's having a girl, so we're going to have one of each. So we're over the moon, absolutely over the moon. So I've been out shopping for lovely little girls things, but of course I can't see my daughter at the minute. I can't give her them, so she's seen them on FaceTime. She said they're beautiful, but she obviously can't see them or touch them or but that's just the way it goes at the minute. So I'm going to have some of this. This is changing the tone a bit because it's quite a dark one, this one. Oh, actually, I was going to take that edge off, but I've got a fancy edge on this one. I'm going to leave that fancy edge on, I think. I'm not going to have such a big bit though there. I'm going to put that somewhere else, but I'm going to put that down there. I do actually quite like that. And then if it overlaps something, it's quite nice, because it's, I'm just looking which piece I want now, because I quite like that side of that somewhere. I think I'm going to use this down this edge here on this side, and then turn that other piece over and use the other side. I do change my mind. Right, so I'm going to put that down this centre like that, and then this one here I am going to do this way on, but I'm just going to, obviously I've torn this the other way, so I'm just going to tear this down and get rid of that bit of white. Some people don't mind it, and you can disguise it with you know, your inks, but I usually tear it off. I don't usually ink my edges up when I'm doing, I'm going to put that one that way on. I am just going to bring this in because I am getting very sticky. This is a bit of this Teflon stuff that's good for when you're doing something like embossing and you're using heat, because it's heat resistant. And I have a board with some of it on, and this was the bit that I cut off. So this is quite good. I've got a piece of, so I've just hoovered up. I've still found some bits, and that's quite good just to bring in, and then you just wash it down. Again, it's because it's a bit left over and I won't throw it away, so I use it on there. Right, what else have I got? Let's have a look at these papers that I've got. Some of this that's really nice. Let's have a look. Let's tear a piece of this one with the butterfly. This is already collaged, so that's half your job done for you if it's collaged already. But I don't want any straight edges, so I'm just going to tear some bits off. I'm just going to look in here because I thought, without getting in, I wanted some some of that pink. I like that. I'm just going to pull some out because then I'm not always in the way. I'll have a bit of these out because they're just easy to get at if I've got them near me. A bit of music paper, because it's annoying when I keep going across in front of you. So let's bring some bits out. That's it. I can put that. Oh, I better not put it on top of where Oscar is, as he won't be very pleased. That's it. So I've got some bits out near me now. I can move a bit better. So what I wanted to do there, I wanted to put a piece of pink somewhere. Am I going to leave a straight edge there, do you think? Is it going to matter for one? It might go against the grain. I'm not very good at leaving straight edges, but it'll fill the gap, so I'm going to do. You're always going to be embellishing over the top anyway. I know we're not doing it as part of the challenge, but we will be doing some embellishments when we cut them down for tags or, you know, whatever we use them for. So I think I'm just going to put, no, oh yeah, I am. Put that there, like that. And then I'm going to put a piece of that in there. But this time I'm just going to take this bit of the straight edge off. I do find it difficult working with straight edges, but sometimes That's actually been done with the tear ruler, but it looks quite straight. I'm going to put this down here. It's just a bit of my coffee dyed paper. And then I'm going to put that up there a little bit further, so they're not all straight together. And then in this little gap here, I'm going to have to take this off because it's had sellotape on it. It's just a piece of really old music paper that I like there. So I'm going to put that in that gap there. Oscar's snoring now, so he's obviously very settled. Have I got time for a quick drink? I bring a drink in with me, and then on the challenges I never drink it. So I just want a piece there. What have I got? It's a bit of old vintage letter there. I don't want that there. I might put that here. Could do with a bit bigger piece there, I think. So let's move this up a little bit, and I'm going to put this piece here. And put that one up there. And then I'll put a piece of this and put this the other way. So let's have a piece of that off. Not have so much of that edge. Let's have go. So I just went really quiet then because I was actually not concentrating on what I was doing. I was concentrating on the telly because I could hear the telly in the background. I'm going to put a bit of this again. This is one of I'm going to cut these edges off. This is one of Lulu's from Rachel's daughter's papers. Such a clever young girl, and she's done them lovely. So I thought I'd bring these out and use. Oh, I haven't cut that off very well. I'll bring these out and use a bit of this as well. And again, these are already collaged, so a lot of your work's done for you. They're very pretty. So I'll have a bit of this. So I'm going to just tear that off at the top a little bit because I've left a bit of the white showing. I didn't quite trim that down. Should have done, but I didn't. So we'll put that in there. I'm just looking where's best to put this. Don't want that much. I'm going to just come in there a bit. Yeah, I'm just going to overlap that bit, I think, and just go straight down, but I'm going to take that edge off. I cut some of it off, but I obviously didn't cut all of it off. Let me just get that in again. The reason I'm using this rather than my big mat is because it gets in my way. When I've got a lot on my desk, I can't always get my big mat in, so this is quite easy to just move about. So I'm just going to fold that up a bit so you can see what I'm doing there. I'll put it to there. I just want to be able to make sure you can see me where I'm going, and I'm going to put another paper in here to get ready for another one. So I'll add another one on, and then I think we'll have a bit more of this. I quite like this with this rose, so I think we'll have a bit of that on one of them. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just tear it into bits so I can use some, and I'm going to put this piece down here. Take some of the white off. Sorry, I'm just rocking it. I've just done it in front of me here and I'm rocking the table. So it's alright moving the camera, but it takes me ages to get used to it in a different place. So let's just put that down there. Like that. That should hold that in place. I want something there that I haven't done. So I think I'm going to have a bit of this Edith Alden. We'll have a bit of that in there. I've just realised I've missed a bit out somewhere. I've just found a piece that I haven't collaged on, so I shall have to go back and do that in a minute. I'm just looking now. I can't put that there. I'm going to put that one on there. And then find a piece. I'll point it out in a minute where I've missed it. Look, I've missed a piece here. Because I've got some text pieces going on, I didn't realise I'd missed that off. So I just need to put something there. Let's have a look. What have I got? Oh, I've got a bit of this, some of my mop-up papers here. I'll just have a piece of that down there. So let's just take that out. How big do I want that? I said to you before, when my husband's got telly on and I'm not in there with him, it sounds so loud. And the kids always say we have telly too loud, and of course it's the same as it is when I'm in there, but it's just that I can hear it really plain. So I do apologise if you can hear that in the background. We're obviously more deaf than we thought we were. we both have got impaired hearing now. Obviously we're getting older, but it's funny because I was at the dentist the other day. I had to have a tooth out, and so I didn't have a problem with having the tooth out, but I couldn't. They were all masked up and had the like the big oxygen masks with like the tank things at the side. I don't know how else to describe them. They look like something out of an horror movie. They make a funny noise when they're breathing. They like blow. And I had to say to him, I can't hear what you're saying to me. It was just so noisy. And, you know, I appreciate they have to have them on, you know. But I also had to say I couldn't hear anything. Right, let's have a look. Oh, these collage sheets as well. Seem to have a lot of collage sheets. I'm just going to move this up so you can see what I'm doing on here. I need something on there. So I'm going to... Oh, I've got two going on here. Some of this greenery. And just put that along that bottom. Oh, he's changed now. He's watching something else. Gets hold of them buttons and you never know what you're watching. One minute you're watching something, I tend to be doing something else, like, you know, trying to sort of download a video or something, ready to, you know, one of my own videos, and I've edited it already, but I'm downloading it, and I look up and all of a sudden there's something else on. When did he change that? I didn't even know he changed it. We really wasn't watching it. So I am. I'm sort of listening and watching in the background. I mean, I'm not the biggest telly lover anyway, but I do like something on it, you know, something decent on in the background. And we do like a lot of the same things, thank goodness, but he also would watch just anything. I tell him he'll have to watch a load of rubbish, but literally just put the telly on and watch anything that's on it. And I can't do that. Having said that, I love Criminal Minds, and I always used to watch them on my own when he was at work. I used to, once I'd got my work done, I used to watch them, and it was my little treat. And he doesn't like them for some reason. That is something he doesn't like, and he does normally like, you know, them sorts of things, the crime dramas, but he doesn't like Criminal Minds, so he won't watch that one with me. We're watching on Netflix, we watch it every now and again. We watch it to sort of fill in. We watch Virgin River, and we do like that. It's just such easy watching, it's lovely. So when we don't know what else to watch, we'll watch a bit of that. I'm just looking where I'm going to put a piece of this. This is a piece of my sort of lace napkin that I've copied. Excuse me. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm just going to take this edge off. Right. I find this hard to do on video because this is my sort of chilling, when I just want to chill and do something that I can just do sort of easily, and so I find it difficult to do on video because I go very quiet when I'm doing it. And it's hard to remember to talk when you're doing something. You think, oh, I can't go quiet, I'm on video, and I keep having to tell myself, you can't just ignore everybody, Lena. You want to talk to them. And usually telling me to talk isn't a problem, but as I say, just because this is my This is my way of chilling. I find it a bit more challenging to collage and talk. So let's have a bit of this. I'm just looking where's best to put it. I don't want to put it next to one that I've already got. So I'm going to just put, I don't know, I think I'm going to put it that way along there. But I'm just going to take this edge off because I didn't take all the white off. So if it goes over, I'll cut it down. So you don't have to have things the right way up or whatever. I thought I'd got some book page out, some really nice flowered book page, but I don't know where I put it. I got it out ready, but where I put that, I really don't quite know. A bit of that. A bit of this. I don't know where that's gone to. So I think I'm just going to put that straight down there. Can you actually see what I'm doing there? I'm going to move this off just so I don't get it all over me paper that I'm trying to glue down. There we go. I'll put that one just on there. And then I want something else on here. We've got some more of this nice paper. And I'm going to put a piece of that in there. I like that with the date on, so I'll keep that date on it. I'll have that there. Yeah, so as I say, this is, if I'm not sure what I want to do and I just want to do something relaxing, I'll do some collage and I just sit quiet, just sit, relax and go quiet, and so that's what I'm doing. And that's not really, oh, I'm getting so stuck up. It's not really what you need to be doing when you're doing a video, but as I say, it is a bit of a very relaxing thing to do. If I wasn't so stuck up, let's have a piece of this. I've just seen I've got some nice text here, so I'm going to have a piece of text just up there. So that'll just fill a lovely gap there. Take that edge off. Move that out of the way. And put that in there. In that gap. And put that across there. Just thinking what I'm gonna, I can eat a bit better today because my tooth's not as, you know, it's healed a bit, so it's a bit easier to eat. I mean, to be honest, it hasn't really caused me a great deal of problem. I mean, I'm not gonna say I've had a lot of problem with it, but it was a bit sore, so you know, naturally it is a bit sore, nothing major, but I'm going to put that piece there just because I don't want to waste it. It went off, and I actually had 5 minutes left, but I carried on with the camera off, so I'm only going to resume it at 2:50 because that's where I realised. So you probably didn't see me cutting this piece because that was the piece I was doing, and so I should just about get this one finished, and then that'll be about it, I think. So I did want some of this really old raggy music paper, so I'm just going to try and get a piece of this on. So I'm just going to put that down there, like that. One of my favourite songs of old time that I think of when I think of mine and my husband's marriage, and that's When I Fall in Love with You. It was one that we used to sing when we were younger, when we were more romantic and we was younger. We do sing to each other all the time now, but they're not quite as romantic. We did used to be quite sloppy and romantic, I think, at one point. And then I think I'm just going to put a piece of this down here, because I know I haven't got long left, so I don't think I'll get another one added on. So I think I'll just go with this and let this one just go out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of this down that side there to finish this edge off. Oh, I can glue on my board now. I'm right sticky. I'm going to have a real good wash down before I do my next video. So I've got 43 seconds left. So I'm just going to put that on there. And then I think I wanted to put a bit of this rose on here. So I was going to put that up there. So I might just get this in the last bit before it goes off. Oh, that's that. There we are. So just one piece off finishing. So I'm just going to finish it off and then I'll show you what I've done. So I'm going to still put a piece of this in here. So we'll just get this edge off. And then Oscar is getting ready to go out because he knows now it's time for him to go out. Would you believe, how did they know? He's just got up as he's heard that alarm go, because normally I do a video and then take him out. Clever. He'll be coming back in a minute and whinging at me to go because he's realised it's his time. So I'll just get this last piece down and then I've put quite a lot of colour in this. I started off quite bland and then I've put quite a lot of colour in it, but I do like to do that. It all depends what you've got left, you know, what things you've got left, so you obviously put in what you've got left. Right, let me put my glue back on and I'll just show you where we got to. Get rid of some bits that I've just thrown on here and move these just out the way, just so that you can see what I'm doing. a bit better. And then we can look. So I did 6 pieces, so that's as far as I got. And then I've just got a little bit just to trim down on the edge. That's what it looks like on the back side. And so they're the first 2 that I did. There we go. Can we see it very well? I'm not sure whether you can or not. Oh, let me just show you that again. I might have to cut that bit out, but the timer's finished because I don't think I had it quite in camera. So yeah, so that's where we are. And so there's 6 sheets there. And then obviously, like, let me just go through, show you all of it. Yeah, and then, whoops, I'm going up the wall. And then this is the end bit. So, you know, you could literally have a piece with that, or you'd maybe even cut some of the owl out, you know, and then you'd probably put an embellishment on it if that was the case. But I would probably cut that down so you got a bit of that with a bit of something else. And like here, you would have this sort of, you know, like this, so you wouldn't have the whole lot. I mean, this here where I've done smaller pieces, that would be quite an interesting one. So let me just sort of say, if I cut it off there and cut it off where this paper is, you know, you've got quite an interesting piece on there. Or if you did that one there, by that there, let's just do that, and that there, that's quite an interesting piece. So they look a lot different when they're cut down. That's what I love about them, they're just so beautiful. So that's it for now. I'm going to leave that on my desk just to dry, because obviously it's got quite a lot of glue on it. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back to you soon. In the meantime, stay safe. See you soon. Bye for now.